I don't know if people are aware of this, but I believe it's 95-ish% of cases are plea bargained. And so just give people the kind of the reason what happens to these people who are arrested and they're charged, and they're basically given two options. You can either plea bargain, or we'll do this to you.
Yeah, I mean, we have set up a system um, where the government charges people, but the government there's everybody has a constitutional right to a lawyer. If there's a possibility that you could go to jail, you are entitled to have a lawyer provided to you, if even if you were too poor to have one on your own. So the government, the Constitution, who we are as a people, the Supreme Court has interpreted that. Gideon v. Wainwright, 1960. I'm going to say three, might be 61. Um, that's the rule. That's who we are. That's who we've decided we are. But to fulfill that constitutional obligation, we have come up with systems across the country where public defenders are so overwhelmed. These jurisdictions are known as meet 'em and plead 'em. The public defender goes down into lockup, meets the defendant, and says, "Look, nice to meet you, sir or ma'am. I've been appointed to represent you, and I just talked to the DA, and they are going to offer you 6 months on this case. You're facing, a possible penalty of 2.5 years. Seems like this is probably the best we're going to be able to do. If you push it here, the DA said that offer's off the table." And so I think now's really it's take it or leave it time. And the person who's standing on the other side of those bars is saying, I didn't do this. I didn't do it. I don't know why I'm here. Or yeah, I was in that fight, but he hit me first. Look at I'm the one with the black eye here. Like, I was defending myself, and the public defender is so overwhelmed that they're not in a position to do any investigation, and they're going to say, "Look, all right, you're going to be held probably longer than 6 months before you have that trial. So even if you beat the rap, you don't beat that ride down from the street to the jail and into lockup into the pretrial facility where you're going to be." So every day across this country, people take those deals, whether they did it or not, or whether they have these things in mitigation that should be said for them. That lawyers, and it's not the lawyers' fault. The lawyers are doing the best they can. Those public defenders, by and large, are a group of people who are doing what they do because they have this commitment to helping the least among us. But we've set it up in a way where they really can't do their job in a way that is fair and gets just results. And so that's why we have 95% of cases ending up at pleas, is because there aren't enough lawyers who represent the poor, and we have a system where people are held pretrial instead of out at liberty. If you're in jail, David Hoos, I mentioned it before, he said the most important point in any criminal case is at that arraignment. If the defendant gets held on a high bail and they can't come out, it warps the whole process, and they either pleaded out that day, or that first pretrial conference 30 days later, they'll take the best they can get because they just can't, in these less serious cases, afford the consequences of waiting for their day in court.